I decided to go live because I'm very upset. I decided to go live because I'm very upset because people are getting really out of control with this white privilege stuff. I'm at the grocery store.
There.
Hey, okay, so welcome to the first episode of Hide from Fire. My previous podcast, Local Rag Podcast, is over. I decided to do something different after I took like a what has it been, like an 8 month hiatus after I think the last episode I did of Local Rag Podcast, which I'm not sure if is still up. I kind of cancelled the Libsyn account that had the RSS feed. I still do have the episodes saved on hard drives somewhere, but that's anyway, not really either here nor there. So what I'm doing for this first episode is I've got some stories that I was going to use for the next episode. And the light of Local Rag Podcast, it was my previous podcast. And anyway, so some of these stories are like shit from December last year or January this year or whatever. So they're like 8-month-old stories, some of them. And we'll get into some of those stories. I'm not really sure how this one's going to go or what I'm going to talk about because I want to keep this one kind of loose with the format and rather than have an actual format like I did with the last one, I'm just going to let things go. And if a format emerges from this, a format emerges from it, I really don't know. I am just going to ramble a lot and, excuse the coughing, I'm back on the fucking cigarettes again. Well, I'm vaping and smoking, which is weird. I've got, right now I'm currently holding in my hand a lit cigarette, which is the last one from the pack. Oh, it's gone out. I'll light that in a second. And so what was I going to say? What was should I just go straight into some stories? Oh, you know what? You know what I have? What I'll start it out with. Once I find it, anyway. This is going to be all, fucking hell. Registration papers hooking up under my arm on my desk and shit everywhere. There is shit everywhere. Anyway, so this is, I like audio. I like theatre of the mind, new people. And I guess everyone's new because I'm starting a new podcast. And I haven't announced it on any of the old stuff I've done. That's all just gone dormant for like 8 months. So I'm basically just starting again from scratch with this. And we'll just, basically see how it goes, see what's what. I think I might be talking a little too close into the microphone now that I look at my levels. But then again, I might not be, because what I noticed in my previous podcast is you look at all your equipment, everything says, oh, you're fucking peaking, you're fucking at 5 decibels or whatever, and then you listen back to it, and it's like, no, it's recording way lower than that. Anywho, I'm gonna go on like the side of caution and be a little bit too loud, and people can just turn down. I'd rather be a little bit too loud than too quiet, because nothing bothers me more than when I'm listening to a podcast and shit's too quiet. Anywho, yeah, where was I gonna go? Oh, that's right. I was gonna try and find this. Yeah, so I thought I'd start this out anyway. Yeah, so yeah, like I said, I've started up all new things, all new social media. There is a at Hide From Fire. I think it's at Hide From Fire 1 on Twitter. But yeah, Twitter wouldn't even give me at Hide From Fire. Apparently somebody else has already got that, even though I thought it was an awesome name. And, you know, I'm not going to talk about why the name came out now. I'm not going to give the origin story of that name on the first episode. I'll wait until a bit later. You know, light this cigarette. Right, anyway, so yeah, you know, at Hide From Fire on Minds, Instagram and Gab, you can, you know, find the show there, find the replays or whatever. This is going up on YouTube, apparently, although now that I'm looking at it, apparently YouTube's having some kind of problem, or they're processing. Yeah, well, what I'm looking at on one of my screens says that YouTube, it just keeps saying sending data, whereas the fact I'm going up on DLive, the YouTube alternative live streaming, yeah, that says I'm going up fine, so all that seems to be good. Anywho, so yeah, I got some dash cam footage. I thought this would be something fun to do with the podcast. Is I just recorded. Yes, I'm recorded. I'll record, you know, my drives home from work. To work, I'm also recording them, but because I drive to work in, like, you know, the dark. What, being a working class person and all. Just take a sip of my beer. Beer for this episode is, the drink for this episode rather, is, it's a beer, drink, same thing. Is Cooper's Pale Ale. From my native land of South Australia. Yes, in Cass, I've had a couple already. And yes, every episode will be like this. I will be a little slurry because I do enjoy a drink. Anyway, in case you can't tell from my accent, yes, I am Australian. And if you're wondering, well, he kind of sounds a bit English, or he kind of sounds maybe South African, that's not the Australian accent that I'm used to. Oh, crikey, I thought he'd sound a bit... Oh, Australians didn't sound like... yeah, I'm South Australian. Not Northern Australian. I'm from the one place in Australia that wasn't founded by convicts, so I tend to pronounce words a little more civilized. Let's just put it that way. Yes, rest of Australia, I'm talking to you. Anywho, so yeah, these videos are... Anyway, here's the video of me going up a highway in South Australia on my way home from work, and yeah, well, let's just watch.
Preparing all this stuff, I'm going to cook all of this stuff here. So I'm like, hey, do you think you could do what...
There we
give
go.
me 5 minutes, right? And they keep going. Then you start...
Okay, I'm going to turn down the volume so you don't have to hear what I was listening to, whatever podcast that was. Right, so everything seems fine. Oh, look at that, gum trees and whatnot. They are gum trees, aren't they? Yeah. Right, everything's going fine. Oh, look, here we come. Yeah, there's truck and blah, blah, blah. Look, somebody broken down. Yeah, this was way more interesting when it happened to me. Hang on, I did edit the video, so it shouldn't be too... Now watch this. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. Fucking plastic boxes on the road. And then everybody... I'll just turn it up here.
Then I'll come talk to you.
This weekend.
What is going on? Yep, there's me being very angry, and a valid question. What the fuck is going on? Look, this person's out of their fucking car. Here's another one. He's got out to pick up one of these fucking empty plastic tubs that are on the fucking road. And I don't know if you can see it, but coming up, there will be a guy pulled over to be on the left. See, right there, and we just passed the guy. Hang on. Let's just go back a few seconds. You'll see the guy fucking walking down the fucking, like, he's made sure that, there. Right, he's right fucking there, like, yeah. Well, if you can't see him, you can't fucking see him. It kind of is hard to see him. He's not right near that fucking white faggot fucking bongo van or whatever the fuck it is. Yeah, and he's like, he's obviously not walking on the actual road. He's at least got smart. But what is he planning to do? Pick up the fucking... He's got other people already picking up the boxes and moving them for him. This cunt, and I'll just go forward. This is what he's driving. All right, so here he is. He's driving a fucking... he's got a trailer. And he's obviously just willy-nilly thrown these fucking empty plastic tubs. I don't know why he's carrying them, but he's carrying empty fucking... like 20 litre or whatever they are. Yes, we use the metric system. Go fuck yourself, America. Like 20 litre like plastic tubs. And he's decided I'll just throw them in. I don't need to put fucking, like a tarp or anything over the top and strap that down to keep these things in. So, even if he does put all these tubs in, these tubs stack together. So either he stacked them together and they've just started flying off. Like, because if you were just to put them in willy-nilly in the back of a fucking trailer, wherever, there's not enough force from the fucking air driving at like 100 to just make them go flying. He must have had them stacked up on top of each other and then not strapped down at all. Like, that's the only way this is happening. That's the only way these things are flying off. So this fuckhead, and I believe I'm using the term fuckhead correctly, has decided to just do that. And then he's pulled over. Oh, fuck, I didn't realise me fucking things have gone everywhere. Almost causing me to get into a fucking accident and ruin a perfectly good car. So whoever you are, sir, go fuck yourself. Well, that's my driving experience for this week. And should we get into some fucking news that's been going on, I guess? Adelaide has the fucking worst drivers. Like, nobody lets anybody else in. And I have to admit, when somebody wants to get in and there's, like, if there's a gap in front of me, like a sizable gap between me and the car in front, and somebody puts on their indicator, I will happily, slow down, back off the accelerator and let that happen. What pisses me off is these people who just think, who just like act like they just realize, actually, I need to be in that other lane to make the turn. So at the last fucking minute, they just throw on the indicator and expect every fucking person in their path to just slam on the fucking anchors and move out of their way. I guarantee that cunt in the fucking with the fucking trailer and the plastic boxes is exactly one of these fucking people. He just assumes that I need to go here, so I'm just going to turn on my indicator to let everybody know I want to go in this direction, and you all just make that happen for me. People are so fucking selfish nowadays. You get these people who are fucking old women. You know what? I was going to save this video. This is from driving today. I was going to save this for fucking next episode to start it off with, but I guarantee some fuckheadery will happen between now and the next episode. I haven't decided whether I'm going to do this regularly. I have decided, though, I'm going to start the podcast at roughly midday UCT, the Universal Time Constant, which is like, it's 9:30 at night here in Australia. We're plus 9.5 hours. So yeah, the podcast will always come out whenever it comes out, like for the live stream. It will always be, midday UCT. Is it UTC? Did I say UCT? That doesn't make sense. Yeah, Universal, whatever, yeah, anyway, Earth time, midday. Right, but these fuckheads, what was I saying about these fuckheads? These fuckheads who just... Yeah, they expect other people to move out of their way. They expect other people to just, expect everyone else to move around them. It's like these old cunts. That's what I was saying. I know where I'm going now. And it's always fucking old women. Always fucking menopausal, elderly fucking women. What they'll do is they'll pull up to a set of lights. And you know how you got the fucking, the pads that are in the road? At, whatever traffic light. They'll let the fucking traffic lights know, the sensors... Like, they're pressure pads to let people, let the system know that there's a car there, so the light needs to change so the car can at some point move forward. They always, like, when they pull up behind people, these old women, I don't know if this happens around the world, but this happens all the time in fucking Australia. When they pull up behind people, they will leave, like, literally, like, 3 car lengths between them and the person in front of them. Just in case somebody... if somebody bumps in, if somebody hits the back of my car, I don't want to go forward into the car in front. I'm being considerate of other people, so it'll only be the 2 of us in an accident. Yeah, okay, that works in theory, like for the car in front of you, but they apply this same fucking logic to pulling up to a set of lights, where they will leave 3 car spaces in front of the set of lights, so they are nowhere near the fucking pads that register that a car is there. Like, I have had to before, and this is like years ago, so this is like, before GoPros and shit. I have had to go up to fucking, like, and I didn't get abusive at the old woman. What I did, like, because she was like literally not anywhere near, like she was like 2-3 meters away from the fucking the pressure sensors that would let the lights know that there's a car waiting at the red light. She's like, a few meters back from that, and I'm behind her, and I'm looking at it. I'm just sitting there fuming. We'd been there for somewhere between 3 and 5 minutes waiting. I'm waiting for the lights to change. I know they're not going to change, and because she's not on the fucking pressure sensors to let them know that they need to be changed. So they're just letting traffic go the other way, because as far as the fucking traffic lights are concerned, there's no need to change. So I go up and I walk in front of her car, staring her dead in the fucking eye as I walk past her fucking driver's side window, walk in front of her car, I walk up to the pads, and I just start jumping up and down. Now I'm a big dude, so I don't know how much weight they need, but by the time I got back to my car, the lights did actually change by the time I got back in my car. And we started moving, and I was fucking fuming, giving her the finger behind her. And of course, this old woman, I didn't fucking realize. And yeah, speaking of old fucking women, of fucking, menopausal women drivers, this is today. This is what happened to me fucking today. So here I am. This is just after I brought the beer that I'm drinking now. So here I am at the mall. When, here we are, there, Dan Murphy's. Watch this fucking woman. This is how self-entitled old women are. Watch. She just keeps fucking backing out, expecting me to stop and let her fucking move. This is typical fucking old woman behavior. The whole world, the universe itself, revolves around them, their wants, and their needs. Newsflash, old women. You're not fertile. Nothing is about you. Like, you're dead weight. What do they say? The word faggot comes from the fact that, the bundle of sticks, and carrying that bundle of sticks to get the fire started. Like, having a bundle of sticks on your shoulder, that's like a burden. It's a burdensome task. Like, carrying a bundle of sticks, like, that's a burden. And, you can just get sticks anywhere, but that's... you're sending out a tribe, like your people in your tribe, to get firewood. And then you've got this useless person who's not good for anything. They're just a burden on everyone around them. So you just send them out to get the sticks, the kindling to get the fire started, because that's a task that you get a toddler to do. But they'd give that to like the old women who aren't useful for anything anymore. And that bundle of sticks is called a faggot. Menopausal women are faggots. Yeah, let's just go back over that. Let's watch this again. Just watch. She clearly fucking sees me. She doesn't give a fuck. Look, keeps backing. Look. Fucking hang on. Let's go back a little bit there. Look. Oh, pause. She's pausing. She genuinely thinks that I should stop and let her, even though I have the right of way. She genuinely believes that I should stop, that the world itself, and I guarantee that's the fucking attitude of this woman, that the world itself should stop and just accommodate her. I can't see that well, and it's hard for me, so other people should know. They shouldn't. You should fucking get your shit together, you stupid old cunt. Let's keep going, because my problem with fucking women drivers, elderly women, menopausal women drivers, doesn't end fucking here. See, I'm turning out. I'm leaving this place now. This old cunt's almost tried to drive into me. I'm done with that. Yeah, here we go. This is coming up now. Dude, the amount of people who... I'm just going to stop it here. Oh, first burp for the new podcast. I burp a lot when I drink beer. Or anything fizzy for that matter. Anywho, where this fucking white four-wheel drive is, so many people have just pulled out because they just assume I'm not going forward. They don't think they think I'm going into the service station. They think because this is one of those servos that has yeah, actually there's the Woolworths right there, as you can see in the fucking video, the image. They assume that like them, everybody's on fucking benefits. Everyone's on fucking welfare. So they're scrimping and scraping to buy fuel. They just assume everyone's a fucking deadbeat loser like they are. The idea that some of us actually pay our own way in life and fucking buy our own shit with money we earn with our own two hands, this is a concept lost on these people. So they will constantly just pull out. That's not what's going to happen this time, but I guarantee some point in the future, I will have footage of some motherfucker pulling out from right where that fucking right in front of me. Anyway, now watch this. Here we go. See? Right there. It might be a bit... Oh, shit. I just realized I did that whole rant without fucking switching to the fucking main video. I forgot you couldn't see what I could see. That is really fucking embarrassing. You know what? I'm going to back up and I'm just going to slowly talk over here we go. Look. Let's back up a little bit more. Okay, I'm going to go back over that again. This is my bad. This is me staring at one screen and not the other. Now watch this. Look, keeps going. She genuinely thought I should, even though I had the right of way, I should stop because of her fucking menopausal fucking white woman privilege. And make no mistake, that's what it is. It is fucking menopausal white woman fucking privilege. They genuinely think the whole world should adjust the way it operates to accommodate their fucking inadequacy. Their faggotry. Yeah. Anywho, let's keep going with this. Yeah, so this is what I was talking about after that, where, the servo coming up and there's the Woolworths where they get they spend their money and get their discount vouchers and whatnot. Now, watch this shit. Watch this. Look at this. Fucking, really? Do you want to be in my lane a little bit more, you selfish cunt? Now, this was another fucking, you can't see it because of the footage, but, the human eye being better than a fucking GoPro and all that shit. I could see, again, another 50 to 60-year-old woman who, again, in her little fucking car that I guarantee she didn't pay for, her fucking husband who worked himself to death bought that for her, and she probably prangs it every other fucking week, and he has to pay more money in insurance because she doesn't want to wear glasses. Because they make me look old. No, the fact that you're fucking 60 makes you look old, you stupid cunt. Now watch this. I literally had to swerve to get around her. She's straight out in the other lane. But the reason? Let's back up. Watch this. See, I'm coming. I'm not indicating. No indicators on. Watch. Up. She stops. She honestly, because she's coming from a place, the street she's coming from leads to a fucking, a mall. I'm on the outskirts of a mall right now. I was just going to a place that's on the outer edge of the mall because it's a fucking bottle shop. Fucking bottle, alcohol store, liquor store, whatever the fuck you want to call it, depending wherever you're listening in the world. The reason she pulled out in front of me, even though I wasn't indicating to go in there, is because she assumes that everybody wants to go shopping, that everybody enjoys shopping. I guarantee it was fucking pension day or some shit today. It was fucking shopper docket coupon fucking day or some fucking horse shit. I guarantee that. And yeah, that's what she's doing. I've had this before. I've driven past shopping centers before and had old woman, yeah, it was more than one, but old women, one at the time, like almost pull out in front of me because they live in a world where everybody loves shopping centers, where everybody wants to go shopping. So they just assume that everybody wants to go where they want to go. Everybody likes what they like. Everybody enjoys what they enjoy, which is wasting other people's money. Namely, their poor fucking husbands who slave away, work their fingers to the bone and kill themselves at work just so they can get away from these miserable fucking cunts. And that's exactly what's happening here. See? Had to fucking swerve the bitch. I didn't say shit. I never do. I get angry behind the wheel, but I don't generally road rage. That's the great thing about doing a podcast is I can just put a GoPro on, go, that was a fucking shitty thing to do, and then yell at these cunts later on so I never get done for a fucking hate speech, fucking hate crime. And yes, in Australia, we have fucking hate speech laws. So had I gotten out the car and berated the fucking miserable old cunt as she deserved, if I'd given her what she fucking deserved, I'd be the one getting in trouble. Yeah, Socialist Australia, everybody. Socialist Australia. Australia's not really... No, it's fucking getting close. Things are getting fucking worse by the fucking day in this country. Ugh, motherfucker. Oh, that's right, yeah, because there's no racism in it. I love that. Oh, it's a racism. Yeah, Australia is a racist country. I'm not going to deny that at all. We have a city named after Charles Darwin. Yeah, Charles Darwin, the guy who wrote the theory of evolution, which like the whole part about human evolution is eugenics. Yeah, they don't teach the fucking kids that in the fucking public schools like I went to with all the fucking hippie fucking Marxist teachers. Yeah, they'll teach you about the theory of evolution, but they'll leave out all the shit about blacks and the Irish being lesser than us European whites. Yeah, they leave that shit out because, that makes him look bad, even though it's the fucking truth. Charles Darwin was a full-blown fucking eugenics, fucking Heil Hitler racist. Like, Charles Darwin is somebody Adolf Hitler literally looked to for his fucking, his fucking master plan, his fucking Aryan race. He got that shit from Charles Darwin. But, they leave that part out in the schools because, it makes the whole there is no God thing look bad. And I'm not a religious person, but it does bother me that anything that makes religion look good, they leave out. Anything that makes, say, science look bad. And science is always going to look bad because science is a progressive progress. It's like, we thought this, well, it turns out that's wrong, so now we think this. But these hardcore fucking, atheists, and I'm not an atheist, and I'm agnostic or whatever, if I had to, put an actual label on it, I don't know, Christian agnostic. I was raised with Christian values, so, I don't go around pulling out in front of people in cars and then acting like I'm entitled to do so. Like, I guarantee these fucking bitches are atheists. Yeah, anyway, I was going to get to a story. Should I get to a story? Or actually, you know what? Speaking about teachers, let's go to this one. This is from somewhere in fucking, I think it's London. No, it might be Scotland. But, yeah, there was basically a chick doing like a Chris Hansen fucking To Catch a Predator thing. And yeah, well, I'm just going to show the video. These are the people, by the way. Yeah, recently in Australia, we had a royal commission into like Catholic priests molesting children. And this guy, Cardinal Pell, got done, and it's all fucking awesome. I am, like, as a fucking, I don't know, right-wing or whatever you want to call it. I'd say libertarian, but, call me, fucking call me alt-right. I know you're going to anyway. Anyway, as an alt-right, fucking neo-Nazi, I am 100% behind the Royal Commission into fucking, like, you know, the Catholic Church and their whole, you know, pedophile priest thing. I'm 100% behind, like, attacking these people. And we had, like, yeah, an actual Royal Commission, I don't know what you call them, places that aren't run by a fucking retarded monarchy. Yeah, and someone in that monarchy made many trips to Epstein's fucking Lolita Island, and these people are supposed to be our superiors, but, you know, let's just ignore all that shit. Prince Andrew, you fucking kidding fucky faggot. Anywho, yeah, anyway, so, yeah, we had a Royal Commission into all that shit, and then, where was I going? Anyway, yeah, so public school teachers molest children at a higher rate. I don't have the numbers in front of me, but your child is statistically safer with a Catholic priest than they are a public school teacher. We have this huge inquiry into Catholic priests. You even mentioned the fact that public school teachers molest more children than Catholic priests. The left will fucking attack you. Why? Because of the fucking unions, because of the fucking money. They can't get their hands on. Here's the thing. The church pays no taxes, right? So it's okay to attack them. The fucking public school teachers are all about taxation. They're all about unions. They're all about turning over more and more power to the government. So they get a free pass when it comes to kitty fucking. And you'll notice this with all the elitist shit. Those who fucking benefit the most from fucking taking from the working class can fuck the most amount of kids. And that's why public school teachers get away with whatever the fuck they want. They won't even report on it in Australia. You got to go fucking around. You've literally got to, like, word of mouth find out about fucking pedophile public school teachers in Australia. They will not fucking touch. No media outlet, left or right, they won't fucking touch these people. They are fucking untouchable for some reason. Anywho, this is from London or Scotland. I think it might be London. London. I know London isn't a country. Yeah, let's go to this one. I might need a bomb.
Yeah.
Yeah, my name's Izzy.
I'll restart that.
My name's Izzy, and your name's Richard, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, my name's Izzy, and I'm from a group called Innocent Voices. 1 second, do you mind going in and looking after your children? May I ask, first of all, what
Guy's got
you
kids.
do for a living?
Yeah, I'm a teacher.
You're a teacher, aren't you? Okay. You've been talking to who you believe is a... Going in and looking after your children. May I ask, first of all, what you do for a living?
Listen to this.
Yeah, I'm a teacher.
You're a teacher, aren't you? Okay.
Get a windsock for your microphone. Let's go back on that
Do
again.
you mind going in and looking after your children? May I ask, first of all, what
Fucking
you do
windsock.
for a living?
Yeah, I'm a teacher.
You're a teacher, aren't you? Okay. You've been talking to who you believe is a 9-year-old child.
What?
9-year-old child. Okay.
I love it. What?
Yes, you have.
No.
You claim this isn't just... You claim...
Dude, he's about to fucking cry right there. He knows exactly what's going on. This woman, though, with the accent, though, she sounds like, you know, an angry nanny. Do you know what you've done? Do you know what you're doing there? Do you?
You've never spoken to... You don't use that app at all?
No, I don't. I have had a lot of people actually breaking into my phone and...
Okay, well, that...
I've had a lot of people breaking into my phone. If you said home, that's a little more, like, believable. I've had people break into my home. I've lost, like, you know, devices and that. That's, like, this guy is not thinking. He's so horned up for children. He's not even thinking straight. Let's go back on that. I've had a lot of people break into my phone. You break into a home, a house. You hack a phone. This guy is such a hack at fucking lying. He has no idea. Let's go back on that.
You claim this isn't just... You claim you've never spoken to... You don't use that app at all?
No, I don't. I have had a lot of people actually breaking into my phone and...
Okay, well, that's something the police will
Yeah,
obviously they're going to have to.
Yeah, I have. This is so fucking retarded. This guy is, like, look at him. Oh, Jesus. You know what? If... I say look at him, but if... I don't know, 5-10 years from now, if I stop shaving my head and eat more cheese, I could look like that. So, yeah, but I don't, so I am allowed to judge.
The pictures you have sent this child is of yourself. Okay? The pictures you sent to this child, this is you. This is a live picture from that app. You carry on talking to this child, yeah? You ask her if you can send a picture, if she can send you a picture.
Oh, guys, can you just go?
No, we can't go. The police are coming.
Richard, what's going
Sorry?
on?
The police are on their way. Sorry, would you like to go in?
What?
Yeah, I guarantee. I wonder if, like, that's what I want to know about this woman, like, what she's doing. If it turned out he was, like, because this is in London. If it turned out he was one of the fucking, like, you know, Paki fucking Muslim pedo fucking gangs, would she confront him? Like, how many did she, like, because as far as I can tell, this is the only one she's filmed. She claims to be from some group or whatever. I got to look into it more, but this is the only one I'm aware of about a school teacher, and yeah, it really makes you wonder that if he wasn't... You're fucking a white male! Would she have taken the camera along, or would she have just called the police? I wonder how fucking PC this woman is. Because, you know, fucking Tommy Robertson is, you know, he's in jail for exposing people of the wrong colour. Same shit. Like, what she's doing right now is actually fucking more in your face, more, you know, like, disturbing to the person you're accusing or whatever than anything fucking Tommy did. But she's getting away with it, and I guarantee it's because the cunt is fucking... You're fucking a white male! I guarantee. If he was a Muslim, or even...
You'd all be dead now if it wasn't my David.
You know, a small hat, I think things would be different. That's just my theory.
If I tell you, he's been talking to children online.
I haven't.
Look, you have been talking to children online.
For
As young
fuck's
as
sake.
9, okay? So do you mind going inside and looking after your children? The police are on their way.
I haven't.
The police are on their way, yeah.
Don't. I haven't.
Would you like me to show the picture?
I love that.
Jesus.
I haven't. I haven't. Like, you know, that's going to hold up in a court of law. Sir, we found you next to the decapitated body. Nah, didn't. Yeah, we're saying that your fingerprints are on the weapon, the matches the stab wounds, and yeah, but it wasn't me, was it? No, I'm telling you it was. Nah, didn't happen. It's like the fucking Ricky Gervais school of, nah, denial.
Young as 9.
Wait, I'm not accusing Ricky Gervais of anything. It's just, you know, English thing. I don't even know what I'm saying at this point. Anyway, let's continue.
Okay, so would you mind going inside and looking after your children? The police are on their way.
I haven't.
Actually, this is hilarious because this is where, like, his wife, and oh god, I feel sorry for this woman. I really fucking do. But at the same time, she knew something was up because, you know, let's just go back a touch. You listen to this bitch, and I'm calling her a bitch because she married a pedo. Nothing against her personally. Yeah. Anyway, you listen to how quick she goes from "what the fuck are you talking about" to "you're a piece of shit" to the guy. Like, seriously, like, and you have to pay attention because...
Right, if I tell you, he's been talking to children
Here we
online.
go.
I haven't.
Look, you have been talking to children
Here it comes.
online. As young as 9, okay? So would you mind going inside and looking after your children? The police are on their way.
I haven't.
The police are on their way, yeah.
Don't. I haven't.
Would you like me to show the picture?
Jesus Christ.
Would you like to confirm? It's not a horrible picture, but first of all, that is him.
He's had loads of...
No, this is a live picture. Nobody
I
can
have
take a
had-
picture apart from himself.
Yes,
This is a
you
live
can.
picture.
What,
So
Rich?
I haven't.
okay, well that's for the police. The police will come here, but you've been sending
fuck's
decent
sake,
images
what
to a
the-
9-year-old.
What,
Yeah.
Richard?
Yeah.
No.
Would you mind
He's a
going?
teacher.
I know precisely. That's why we've come out today. I've only just been sent this today because he's a teacher. We're here now.
Where are you from?
I'm from a group called Innocent Voices. I need to talk to him. Do you want to go
don't-
inside because look
Richard.
after children?
Claire.
Right. Okay.
Rich, you're sick.
So
I
why,
know.
love?
I will come and talk to you. I will come talk to you. Please. Group called Innocent Voices. I need to talk to him. Do you want to
Right,
go?
hang on.
Would you mind
He's a
going?
teacher.
I know.
Okay, he's a teacher. I do have a little app thing here where I can... Okay. Yeah, let's go from... She's defending him, saying he's a teacher. Let's go. Let's see how long before she says, you're sick. Like, so how long does it take this woman to convince her, this other woman, that the man she's married, they've obviously been with for a long time because they've got 2 children and they're running around and talking. Like, they have to be minimum, like, 6, 7 years old. Like, the youngest has to be at least 5 or 6. Like, And I'm just judging that by the fact that you can just kind of hear them running. Like it doesn't sound like toddlers are running around. It sounds like actual children. So let's say minimum they've been together 5 years. Let's see how long it takes for one woman to convince this other woman that her teacher husband is a pedophile. This guy she's known for bare minimum 6 years. 5 years. 5 years. 5 years relationship. Let's see how much she actually suspected about this guy she married.
Precisely, that's why we've come out today. I've only just been sent this today because he's a teacher. We're here now.
Where are you from?
I'm from a group called Innocent Voices. I need to talk to him. Do you want to go inside because we've got children?
Claire,
Right. Okay.
Richard, you're sick.
so why,
I know,
love?
That was 11 seconds. Holy shit. It went from he's a teacher to Richard, you're sick in 11 seconds. Fuck off. She didn't know anything. That makes me actually fucking really sad for the children he has, because what's been going on there? You think about that, like, and how much is this mother? This, like, I don't want to put blame on the mother, obviously, because she's not. But how much is she, even subconsciously, which I'm not sure is a real thing, if subconscious is actually a thing. That's up for debate. But how much has she been psychologically programmed? Okay, let's say by this fucking monster on the screen. How much has she been psychologically programmed over the past few years to turn a blind eye, to put that in some place of her brain where it doesn't register? Like this. Yeah, this guy, and I know I'm jumping the gun just because this, you know what, fuck it, I don't care. I'm saying this cunt's a pedo. Yeah, what the fuck do I care? This guy is clearly a pedo. Like, this shit has been all over the internet. Admittedly, I should have done research into this, but that was the old podcast. I do have stories from the news, but yeah, I will actually research things rather. I will research thing as well and find out what the fuck his like deal was with the Fantastic Four. And, you know, the hot Jessica Alba invisible chick. Yeah, that's what was weird about that movie. It's like, if you're going to have somebody be invisible, I think it's somebody who can, through their eyes, you could see Jessica Alba. You know what I'm saying? Speaking of rape, let's go on with this video.
I will come and talk to you. I will come talk to you. Please, you need to calm down because you've got your children, okay? Yes.
Claire,
Right.
I don't know what they're on about.
Yeah.
I'll be honest.
Okay.
You hear it? She's
I didn't
crying
want to say this
already.
in front of you. Do you go, I
She
will talk
knows.
To you. I will come talk to you. Please, you need
Listen.
to calm down because you've got your children, okay? Yes.
Claire, I
Right.
don't know what they're on about.
Yeah.
I'll be honest.
Okay.
You're sick.
So why,
I know.
love?
Listen
I
to
will
her
come and talk
cry.
to you. I will come talk to you. Please, you need to calm down because you've got your children, okay? Yes.
Claire, I
Right.
don't know what they're on about.
Like, Claire, I haven't.
Okay.
He says her
I didn't
fucking
want to say
name.
this in front of
Stupid
you. Do you
cunt
know, I
on
will
camera.
talk to you. I will call
See,
someone
she
that can
fucking
come
knows.
and sit
She
with
wants
you.
to
I'm
hit
really
him. No, she's finally realizing what's happening. She's putting pieces together in her head. Like, she's like, you know, working out all this shit in her head. And she is building up to, as try as she might, beat the living shit out of him. It's not going to happen because she's a woman, he's a man. Like, she's going to punch and punch with everything she has, and it's not going to do shit. The best she can do is try to get him to hit her, and then he's already going away. I guarantee she is in her head building up to a point where she's going to get a butcher's knife. If the police didn't come take this guy away, because in this video, I've edited this video down, by the way. That's why I put my little logo next to it. That's not to rip off the person. That's just to let you know that this is my edit. I just went through it a bit. You never, like, at no point this whole video, you can look it up online. It's like, yeah, anyway, it's a Scottish or English teacher, you know, like, gets busted, like, yeah, anyway, I just put my logo there. I'm not trying to rip the person off, and, you know, if YouTube or whatever fucking demonetizes me or blah, 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 I don't care. I'm not doing this for money. I just put that there because this is my edit. Like, I took the half an hour footage and kind of just edited it down just to the juicy part where he actually gets done for being a pedo, not the big conversation and yeah, all that after. Anyway, in the whole half-hour footage, you never see the police come up, which makes you wonder if the police were actually called. Like she says, like 2-3 minutes into this video. Why is it taking the police so? Why is it taking the police? Like, you've busted a guy for pedophilia. Why is she able to film for half an hour before the police come and go, can you step back, man? Like, you can film, from a distance. We have to conduct an investigation, blah, 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 blah. Like, why was she able to film for half an hour? Like, that's assuming that she did call the police. Or maybe she just wanted him to believe that and her evidence isn't, like, maybe she went to the police and they said it's not enough. So she's gone to him and filmed for half an hour, but seriously, if you weren't guilty, you wouldn't be fucking thinking about shit. Like, if they're like, you're a pedophile and you'd never done it, she's completely got it wrong. She's making it up. She's making like false allegations, which fucking women do, let's be honest. And just trying to hurt this guy because she doesn't like him. Like, if I was in that position, first thing I would say is, you called the police? Fucking good. You know what? Just to fucking make sure, I'm going to call them myself. Like, seriously, I'd be like, if somebody accused me of being a fucking pedophile, like, because I'm not a pedophile, the first thing I would do, and they like, I've called the police, I'd be like, yeah, no shit. In fact, I'd call the police fucking right then and there. Not only, like, if someone accused me of being a pedophile, like, outside of my residence like this, outside of my flat, my house or whatever, the first thing I would do was call the police myself and then just, unplug like the monitors and shit from my computer and, unplug and just put my computer and my laptop and my phone all in a nice, neat little pile in the middle of any fucking hard drive, USB shit I got around. I just grab all that and I put it all in a nice, convenient pile. I know they're going to search your house anyway if you're being accused of that, but I just put it all in a nice, fucking convenient pile for them because I'm not a pedophile. I've got nothing to hide. I know what you're saying. Oh, well, you wouldn't let them. No, I wouldn't let them come through my house. I would protest every bit of it, but I would not try to look like I would honestly walk inside my own place and just, I'd get on the phone myself to the cops and go, hey, look, I'm being accused of this. Can you please send somebody down here to get a police report? Like, because I know I'm not. Because, if this person's accusing you of something, at the very least, you can fuck with them, get on the front foot if it's not true. This guy's doing none of that shit. And yeah, admittedly, I've had time to think about it, what would be the proper thing to do. And, honestly, as a man, if a woman, you just say, no, I didn't do it. And, then there's an argument and police get involved or whatever. But as a man, just, go unplug your computer, unplug your laptop. Fucking hell, unplug your smart TV and just plonk it all right down the middle of your living room and go, that's everything. Go through it, boys. Because they're going to take all that shit from you anyway. They're going to go through. You might as well just make it fucking smooth and easy. Yeah. I guess being accused of a pedophile is a lot like what happens to you in prison as a pedophile. It's just you're just getting raped. Anyway, let's go on.
Sorry about this. Yeah, right.
I don't know.
You don't want to hear what I've got to say.
Oh my God.
Okay? Do you know what? This is the whirlwind. Not only what you have done, but only what you've done with all the children at school as well. This is going to, your poor...
With the, children at schools. Oh, she's freaking out. Now he's playing. Has he just realised? I'm gonna go.
Hear what I've got to say.
Oh my God.
Okay? Do you know what? This is the whirlwind. Not only what you have done, but only what you've done with all the children at school as well. This is going to, your poor partner and her children. Is it her children or is it your children as well?
My children.
Your children as well. You know that they're going to be looked into.
Oh, is it? Yeah, it's no shit, because that is a thing. That really is. We said, are they her children and your children as well? It is, and she said partner because, she assumes they're not married, and I don't know, I haven't noticed a ring. I will keep an eye out for that. Anyway, but because that is actually a thing. It's also certain people who practice a certain peaceful religion who happen to, sometimes come over on Australia and places, I don't know, boats, things like that, may or may not happen to, let's just say, seek out single mothers, not because they're attracted to the single mothers. And I'm not saying someone who recently may or may not have converted to that stabbed a woman a day or two ago in Sydney. Anywho, that's why she's saying that. Because, pedophiles target single mothers because it's easy access to children. There's an actual term for it that they use. And there was this documentary years ago where it's a really good, this guy goes undercover into this fucked up world. And you just hear, the way they talk with each other and shit. They think it's yeah, no shit. This is all very... I just realized as I'm saying this and playing this video how fucking topical it is with the whole fucking Jeffrey Epstein thing. Get into that later.
As well. Okay, right.
I just want to say I genuinely saved this video, before Epstein. Maybe. No, it was before Jeffrey Epstein topped himself. I'm positive. And as far as him being a pedo, his arrest wasn't even... Well, actually, it kind of was surprising, but it really wasn't because it's everybody knew. We all know that fucking Clinton's a fucking pedophile rapist. We all know, Hollywood is... All this elite shit is fucking, pedophilic rape with fucking pyramids and all-seeing eyes. It's... Yeah, Alex Jones, it apparently is right about everything. That's 2000. Yeah, welcome to I don't know 2020 because we're not there yet, but we're not far off. But basically, going into the year 2020, the year that was so sci-fi, the year that was so up to date for so long. It's whoa, 2020. Wait until 2020. It used to be beyond 2000, and everyone was looking to 2000. Then we got there, and things were just the 80s, but with better technology and more comfortable, less... Yeah, the 90s were just the 80s, but not as gay. That's not knocking gay people. That's what a certain peaceful religion is about. Sorry, I was off reaching to get a beer. Yeah, the 90s were just the 80s but less gay, and the technology is slightly better, and, the 2000s were the 90s but gayer, and the technology was slightly better again. And now things are super gay, and the technology's a bit better again. Yeah, anywho. I forgot where I was going, so let's get back to the video.
Okay, so you talk to this 9-year-old saying a bit younger than normal. You then ask her if she's been asked to send pictures of herself by other people on this app. You say that people are going to ask you to open your legs and spread your legs and take pictures. Why would you say that to her? You then ask her if she's been asked...
Oh shit, I just hit a few buttons and I hope I didn't fuck anything up. We still streaming, still recording, live. Yep, okay, cool. Anywho. Yeah, okay, let's just go back to it because I completely, I hit several buttons by accident with my hand on the keyboard and I genuinely didn't know what effect it would have. And now I forgot what I was going to say, but I did go back before it.
To send pictures of herself by other people on this app. You say that people are going to ask you to open your legs and spread your legs and take pictures. Why would you say that to a 9-year-old? Please don't sound that shocked.
I am shocked.
You have live pictures. We have...
Yeah, because to these creeps, these are like chat up lines. People are going to ask you. Yeah, just remember, people, this is who is teaching your kids. And I don't mean they're all like this, but this this progressive liberal attitude that they give. And again, I'm just basing this off of what it was like in the 90s when all this progressive, the political correctness really fucking kicked off in the 1990s, which is when I went to a public school. And boy howdy, by the time I was in high school. Like, back when I was primary school and that, boys were allowed to be boys, girls were allowed to be girls. There was, girls can do... It was at this point where we would, like, and I think back of primary school, albeit my memory sketchy at best, but I don't remember, like, that much feminism. I do remember it, and because I remember always getting in trouble. Well, I guess because there aren't that many male teachers, but I never got in trouble with a male teacher. I was never told, like, my behaviour. I may have been told, hey, don't say that, or, I get in trouble if I didn't do my work, if I didn't complete tasks, if they weren't satisfactory. But as far as just my attitude, I never, that's one thing I noticed about public schools, and I assume it's worse now, is, I never got in trouble for my just general dudeness from a male teacher. It was always female teachers that would try to, not even correct behavior, they would try to correct your attitude. Like the only way you could get ahead in life is by being agreeable and submissive, when the opposite is true. Yeah, and that's the problem. That's why you should just fucking homeschool. You don't have to homeschool. Just fucking have an actual man father the child. For fuck's sake, that's all it takes. Not to create a fucking rapist. Not to create a fucking pedophile like this cunt. Not to create a fucking cam girl, stripper, fucking prostitute, whatever. Like, when you go on talking about, like, girls. If you don't want any of that, just have a fucking stable household with a masculine man and a feminine woman who lay down the law, respectively, and that's it. That's all it fucking... A nuclear family. That's fine. That's it. That's all it fucking takes to not raise a fucking pedophile. Yet it's all being pushed away from that because people like this cunt are in every fucking school. Every fucking public school across the fucking Western society contains dudes like this and fucking hardcore fucking feminists. Hardcore Marxist fucking commie, fucking pedophile, feminist. Male feminist is just a polite way of saying rapist. Let's all be fucking honest. Anyway, let's get back to this fucking public school teacher. How do you know he's a public... Fucking, really? How do I know he's a public school teacher? How do I know you're a faggot for asking? That doesn't make sense.
A phone number that links to you as well. So stop saying... I'll tell you about how we do that eventually. Right, okay. So...
Okay, right there, I'm kind of on the guy's side now. The way she said that fucking sounded like a fucking teacher. I'm going to get to that eventually. Yeah. Women, you want a guy to punch you in the face? Now, let's go back to that. Okay, yeah. I was going to say to all the women listening, like there's going to be any, but to any women that ever hear this, or ever hear, what I'm saying. Anyway, what she says here, this tone, this fucking attitude, this is exactly the way if you want a guy to hit you, this is exactly the fucking tone you need to use. She fucking nails that. I want to smack this bitch. Listen.
Save pictures. We have a phone number that links to you as well.
Here we go.
So stop saying. I'll tell you about how we do that eventually. Right.
Right. That I'll tell you about it eventually. That fucking. Ooh, that fucking outlet. That, smarmy to the face, and then that side of the mouth fucking down talk. Ooh. Like, I'm almost on the pedophile side just from the sound of that. That ladies is how you fucking get a guy to hit you.
Okay, so you start talking to her and you say, sorry if you scared her. Have you ever sent pictures to boys before? And she says, yes, thinking you mean like a face picture. And then...
A face picture. It's called a... Oh, actually, yeah, well, you know what? I was about to correct her then. Wouldn't it be a portrait? Anywho, yeah, I was about to correct her. Face picture, that's it's called a selfie, but yeah. It's not really, is it? Selfies can include the body. Yeah, if you're a show-off. You really have... No, actually, you could just be fucking somebody who doesn't exercise like me. Yeah, you know what? I'm projecting. Let's go on.
That's when you turn and say no parts of your body. They're going to ask you if you do a video and play with your pussy.
I love that. You do this guy think, holy shit, you know what this is? This is fucking internet, like, pornography. And I say internet pornography deliberately and specifically because that's exactly what I mean. I'm not saying pornography is great or is good or anything. I'm saying internet pornography. The access to it, the in your face, mobile device, it's everywhere. Like you can be fucking anywhere and access pornography now. And like, you know, high quality HD video anywhere on the basically anywhere on the fucking planet. At any fucking time. Yeah, it has an effect on the brain, especially the male brain. There've been studies done, yeah, and that's what's happening with this guy. This is a guy who's gone down the fucking, like, he's already a pedophile, already a piece of shit, but you hear the way they talk about it? Like, you would never say that to a person. Even a fucking child you were trying to have sex with, which is just a weird sentence to say. But, like, they're not good pickup lines for a 9-year-old. As fucked up as that sounds, if you know what I mean. Like, did I go back or?
That's how you start off, thinking you mean like a face pic eventually. Right, okay. So you start talking to her and you say sorry if you scared her. Have you ever sent pictures to boys before? And she says yes.
Have you ever sent pictures to boys before? What? Like, seriously, imagine trying this on, like, am I explaining this correct? Imagine trying this. How's it going? You ever sent pictures to a boys before? Or boys? Yeah. How's it going? You, ever sent pictures to boys before? Like, how is that? What is he thinking?
Thinking you mean like a face picture? And then that's when you turn and say no parts of your body. They're going to ask you if you do a video.
Like, seriously, ladies, if you start seeing a guy and, you know, you're exchanging selfies, like, ooh, pulling faces and that. He's like, so. And he texts you. So you ever send any other kind of pictures to guys before? ? Winky face. Are you honestly going to do it? Because, yeah, I'm not like a... Yeah. I hate talking through face to face or not at all. I hate the fucking... I love talking shit to people online. I like posting shit on Twitter at Adam Trent Sage. Yeah, don't worry. I like shit stirring, shit posting, just general fucking around. But as far as like the Tinder and all that, no, I fucking hate it. I hate talking on a phone. Seriously, if you had to talk into your phone and to be on Twitter, I wouldn't tweet. Like, I hate talking on the phone. Yet here I am doing a podcast, obviously, and, talking into a microphone. But, as far as the telephone and that, I hate fucking talking to people on the phone. Like, actually, you know what it is? If you had to talk into your phone and that would tweet it, I take that back. I would absolutely do that. I would, as long as Twitter, interpreted my words correctly and it, didn't fuck it all up or whatever, like predictive text, then yeah, I'd do that. I know you can already do that. I've tried it with the Siri and that. I don't use Apple anymore. Apple can go fuck itself since Steve Jobs just died. And I'm getting a stutter. You're fucking a white male! I keep using that one sound effect. Anywho, where was I going? I got this Stream Deck and I thought, I got to use it. It's great. I can change all the scenes and that. But then I got to go back and they make a bigger one. I should just move it around a little. So I've got some fucking sound effects here just to play with while I'm doing this. But anyways, first episode, I'm working out the bugs. I'm using new technology, meaning, I'm no longer doing the podcast solely on a fucking, Zoom recorder. I've, added I'm live streaming now, which is cool. Yeah, that's something I always wanted to do. I want to do this live because there's no edits and that. Like, I'd always do my podcast before. Like, I'd always fucking, always fucking record. Like, I'd edit it down, but I'd, do 3 segments. I'd record for half an hour per segment and then edit down to an hour. So, I'd record an hour and a half and I'd lose like half an hour out of it, which is doable. And like, if I were to edit this down for a podcast, which I might do, if it's audio only, I might edit it down. And you know what? How long have I been going for about now? What, an hour or so, or yeah, I've been going for about an hour, hour 5, hour 10, whatever. So yeah, so far, all the fucking around I've done and whatnot, and this one, because it's live, at this point, there'd be, maybe 40 minutes worth that would normally end up on a podcast, and I don't know why I've gone off on this tangent about it. I probably shouldn't be smoking while I do this. I don't think How annoying is that sound, right? Vaping. Yeah, I smoked my last cigarette before, and now I'm back on the vape. Yeah, I'm weaning myself off cigarettes. Like, I went full vape before, and then I go back and forth. And what I'm going to try and get myself down to now, I did buy a packet of cigarettes yesterday and just kind of finished it off then. Oh, yeah, but what I'm going to try and get myself back down to again is, just, vaping or whatever to get the nicotine hit. And, why can't you get off nicotine completely? I do like nicotine. I really do. I like nicotine. I like alcohol. I like tetrahydrocannabinol, I believe it is. I guarantee I've got that wrong. Anyway, I like all those things, and one of them, well, 2 of them, but one of them is just straight up detrimental for my health, and there's a better way to get a nicotine hit and a nicotine fix, and that's the vaporizer. And I know how fucking faggy it sounds. Well, it is faggy, like, you got a fucking vaporizer. I understand that when I fucking... Like, you can't see me, but even by that sound, you can hear that I would have looked less gay with a cock in my mouth just then. And I completely understand that, and I just use it for work and driving. For some reason, one of my triggers is driving. Anyway, we were talking about a pedophile, and now I'm onto my vices. That fucking voice that bitch did, that fucking that fucking, want to fucking punch her in the face voice, has fucking got me on the pedophile side. This woman is a fucking cunt. She's doing good work, but Jesus Christ, you're making me side with the pedophile woman. Stop it.
And play with your pussy. That's how you start off,
Yeah, playing with your pussy.
Denying this is you? They're going to say no parts of your body. They're going to ask you if you do a video and play with your pussy.
If you do a video and play with your pussy, that's how I got off on that fucking tangent about fucking vaping. Yeah, I somehow went off a tangent about vices. Anyway, this guy is addicted to porn. Will you do a video? He goes straight from, like, basically, would you send nudes? Like, which is meant to be like, this isn't like someone he's even got a relationship with really at this point. But you can understand that can happen. can happen in a relationship. I don't know if it had happened that crudely. Like I said, I'm not somebody who is into the whole text message thing. I'd rather just say words to people. Excuse me. Yeah, but I can't imagine, well, anyone would be that crude. Like I can't imagine any woman, if a guy was just straight up that crude, and you've been on a few dates with him, you're getting flirtatious and that through the text and that. If he just texted you straight up, send nudes, you're not doing it, are you? Well, I hope for your sake you're not, because you deserve better. You should think higher of yourself. Yeah, seriously, if a guy just send nudes and you're like, okay, you've got problems. Let's get back to this.
Yeah. Are you denying this is you?
I don't know what this is.
Okay, and are you denying that this is your penis?
That ain't.
Okay, it's about to get good. I know, that was awesome. We gotta go back because you really fucking have to hear this. This is amazing. I love this bit.
Yeah. Are you denying this is you?
Before I love this bit, you'll find out, but yeah, don't end listening here and think, oh, this guy's awesome. No.
You?
I don't know what this is.
Okay, and are you denying that this is your penis?
That ain't. What? Well, she was.
Well, that's not even funny because that's been sent to a 9-year-old. Are you denying
Let's go with that again.
that this is your penis?
That ain't. What? Well, she was.
Well, that's not even funny because that's been sent to a 9-year-old.
No.
Okay, you know what? I missed the punchline on that. I preempted.
Are you denying that this is your penis?
That ain't. What? Well, she was.
Well, that's not even funny because that's been sent to a 9-year-old.
No, I know.
That's where I chose to end, like the editing of it, because I'm gonna go back to that. Where do I have all this shit? I have this thing and I set it, Stream Deck, and I set it all up, and hang on, let's just fucking go back on this video a little.
That this is your penis. That's how you start off.
Yeah, that's how you start off, isn't it? That's always how you start off, isn't it? It's just got a fucking annoying voice. And yes, I am just fucking padding while I try to find the fucking... Maybe it's under sound effects. Okay, what do we got? Fucking... Okay, here we go. Yeah. I honestly thought I had, like, when I was playing with this thing, I'm like, I can find that, I've set it up. And then when, in the heat of the moment, when I go to fucking find what I'm looking for on this thing, on this little fucking magical fucking sound fucking machine. Magical fucking sound fucking machine. Okay, well done, Adam. Anyway, let's get back to it. Oh, laser sound.
Yeah. Are you denying this is you?
I don't know what this is.
Okay, and are you denying that this is your penis?
That ain't. What? Well, she was.
Funny because that's been sent to a 9-year-old.
No, I
know. Honestly, I thought that was funny. I really did. Yeah, so see now I've fucking closed down the fucking video, and it's just showing my desktop that I put the fucking logo on just in case this happens. I'm like, no, it won't happen. You'll keep on top of it, Adam. That's what I should have switched to before I as I closed the video. That was the whole point of it, and now I'm realizing this amazing setup that I had needs refining. Anyway, it's episode 1, so yeah, who cares? What was I gonna also... Oh, you know what? I got fucking news stories, don't I? Should we go into... You know what? Let's go into one from the old podcast. This is something I saved. This came out like... Shit. I don't know, January of this year. This was a article I got from The Advertiser, which is Adelaide newspaper from News Corp or whatever. It's got its left-leaning bias and all that shit, but it is my local rag. Well, not my local rag, that would be the Messenger, but it's the Adelaide rag, and the old podcast was called Local Rag because, well, here's the thing I did with my old podcast is, when did I start that? And seriously, I did in 2015? So I did in 4 years. I did 70 episodes. At one point, I was doing an episode every other month. There was a point early on where I was doing an episode a week. There were a couple other points where I did a week where I did 5 episodes in, four. Why was I thinking there were fucking 5 weeks in a month? Anywho, so maybe, at the height of my productivity, I was putting out maybe 4 in a month, and that probably happened twice. And anyway, long story short, I got about 76 or maybe 75 episodes in 4 years. Yeah, it was really sporadic, and so with this one, I'm planning to do it differently. I don't know why I'm going on about this, but anyway, this is a story from, the old podcast, which is entitled, It's Time to End the Right's Empathy on, War on Empathy, rather. And I haven't done this one before, but this goes way fucking back, which I do find amusing. When British entertainer Billy Bragg was interviewed on The Project a few weeks ago, so about 8-9 months ago, he lamented how there appears to be a, quote, war on empathy. Now, I had to look up who Billy Bragg was. He's some fucking commie faggot, musician. So he's modern day fucking... He's John Lennon, or considers himself to be. He may as well be John Lennon. John Lennon was a much better musician and a much better songwriter and made shit that was more palatable. But as far as their fucking attitude and political beliefs, this guy is basically just fucking John Lennon. Just some fucking pinko faggot. I still enjoy John Lennon's music, just don't have no... Yeah. I'm glad someone shot him. Now I'm just going to come out and say it. Fuck that cunt. Fuck that cunt in the ass. Anywho, said if you show compassion towards... he said, rather, if you show compassion towards others... I remember it was a woman who wrote this episode, so I'll give her that. He said, if you show compassion towards others, care about the planet or animals, you're described as, quote, virtue signaling and degrading. Yes, yes, I'm struggling with that word. I can read it. I know it in my brain. Degrading. Why am I not saying it right? Degrading. I'm losing confidence halfway through a fucking word. What is going on? Anywho, we don't. Just skip past it, Adam. Don't fucking dwell on... Now I feel retarded. As you should. Anyway, you are fucking virtue signaling. Okay, let's read on and hear about how we shouldn't say virtue signaling according to this fucking woman who I'm not going to assume is a feminist. We don't have to look very far or hard to come up with examples. If it's not our Prime Minister and other politicians degraded. Holy shit. I'm fucking retarded. I can blame the... hang on, let's have a look here. 1, 2, 3, 4... 7 beers I've had. Yep. Exactly 7 beers I've had as to why I didn't know the word denigrated or degrading. Anywho, back to the story, and I could blame that on the 7 beers. But that really was just me being retarded. I do have, I don't know. I was kind of diagnosed with dyslexia in school. Like, I kind of gave myself a, self-diagnosis that, I don't know, I'd call it like, stress-induced dyslexia. But no, when I am, I do have a problem that when I'm a little stressed or a little drunk, I mix letters and numbers, kind of flip around in words, which I believe they call that dyslexia. I call it being stupid. Like, do you remember, autistic? I don't. Do you remember autistic? Very autistic thing to say. Hey, how's it going? You remember autistic? Is that? I don't even fucking know anymore because it's a spectrum. But anyway, when I was a kid, back in the day, children, now gather round and old man Sage will tell you what it was like back in the 1990s. Back then, we didn't call it autistic. No. We called it being an annoying cunt. Like, do you remember that? When the autistic kid was just an annoying cunt? Man, he was just way too fucking into you. Way too into being friends. We used to call it annoying. And now, if your child is an annoying cunt, it's just annoying because you're probably an annoying cunt and he's learnt to be annoying and constantly come up to people and ask them things and how's it going? Oh, the more I engage with people, the more they'll like me. The law of averages says if you just keep talking to people, you'll make lots of friends. Lord, like those guys who say, hey, if you ask 100 chicks, will you fuck me? One will. Yeah, the one that will, you don't want to fuck. Just like if you go up to everyone and go, hi, will you be my friend? Will you be my friend? I like you. How's it going? Yeah, the people that do go, yeah, not bad. Not the people you want to be friends with. Friendship, like sex, should be earned. And that's why I'm anti-rape. Anyway. Let's not blame the now 7.2 beers. What was I going on about? Oh, the war on empathy. That's right. We don't have to look very... Oh, sorry, that was a woman, wasn't it? We don't have to look very far or hard to come up with examples. If it's not our Prime Minister and other politicians, degrading school children for wanting functional policies and action to address climate change, that Bert was in character, or groups of journalists and the public calling for something to be done about the refugees on Nauru and Manus Island, or folk calling out sexism, ageism, homophobia, and desiring a country and culture that's inclusive as opposed to exclusive, then it's controversial commentators. Holy shit, this cunt can go on. Oh, you got to be joking. Controversial commentators leveling the term. Now, remember, the term she's talking about is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's 9 lines of fucking dialogue ago. Seriously. I'm borderline, I'm not the smartest fucking guy in the world, and I'm
gonna be honest with you. I'm kind of retarded.
And I can tell this is bad writing. Yeah, I had to pad for that long to get to that sound effect because I forgot where I put it. I went back out, I'm like, where the fuck? And I didn't realize it was under Auspol, Australian politics, and then I've got all these buttons here, and I
I'll
can
be
say...
honest with you. I'm kind of retarded.
That's a good one. You want to just hear some buttons? Yeah, come on.
You are fake news.
Yeah.
Don't be rude.
I like that one. Oh, hang on. I might be able to do these two together.
You could put half of Trump supporters into what I call the basket of deplorables.
I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
It worked. That clip goes on longer. He says Miss Lewinsky, but I stopped it right there. So it sounded like he was talking about Hillary. Fucking genius.
You're fucking a white male!
You're not having a terrible, terrible dream. Also, you're not dead and you haven't gone to hell. This is your life now. This is our election now. This is us. This is our country.
Some people see a dumpster fire and do nothing but watch the spectacle.
That's what the bloody Marxists always say.
Thank you, Dr. Peterson. Okay, where were we after I started playing with buttons? I enjoyed the shit out of that, by the way. I didn't care if you did. Yeah, so this bitch has gone on for like fucking 9 fucking lines of fucking horse shit about, you know, okay. I'm going to briefly, no, you know what? Fuck this. No, how has it come to this? Since when did empathy become not only so politicized? Apparently, it's only a lefty tree-hugging greenie do. Something it's only a left-hugging, tree-hugging greenie would do. Fucking just getting catty in her fucking brackets. Anywho, but it's a trait that deserves scorn. No, empathy is one thing. You're not talking about empathy. Like, you're saying it's being called virtue signaling because it is virtue signaling. That's why you're doing it. That's why you've got no fucking support except from your, as you put sarcastically, lefty tree-hugging greenies. Yeah. Because you are in such a fucking minority. Like, seriously, there are more fucking gays in this country than there are Green supporters. That's either a correct statement. I have no fucking idea, to be honest. No, I think the fucking polling numbers for the Greens are less than the fucking LGBTQ fucking population of Australia. When you lump them all together, yeah, there are less fucking LGBTQ people in Australia. Did I say that right? LGBTQ. Because I made a note of always to say it that way. Because 4chan tried to do a troll. Yeah, LGBTQ. Yeah. They said, oh, when people say LGBTQ, what they really mean, it's like an alt-right like dog whistle. It means let's go bash the queers. Now, I know that that's like a troll and that's a joke to try and see if you can get people to believe it. But once I heard that, I went, you know what? Whenever I'm referring to the, gay rainbow community, I'm going to make sure to use LGBTQ in that order just to help that troll go along. Because people already think I'm a Nazi online because, well, I kind of act like one. Yeah, my Twitter profile says, white enthusiast. Which doesn't mean white supremacist because it's a completely different word. It just means hey! And it means I'm fucking enthusiastically white. Which equals racism to certain people. Well, I'm happy to say the majority of people who I get into, political disagreements with or whatever, and when they see my profile as, white, it says a non-sodomite white enthusiast. Now, I'm happy to say the majority of progressive, left-leaning, whatever people, someone for whom I, a person I used to be, the majority of them see that and go, yeah, I see what you're doing. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, you're like saying, yeah, you're hinting, you're being racial, you're being homophobic. You're not being racist or homophobic. You're just, you know, yeah, you're putting out a line to see if anyone will bite. And I'm happy to say the majority of progressives do not bite at that. But there is the fringe element, and they are the loudest and the noisiest and the meanest. Not that that bothers me that they're mean, but they're just unnecessarily mean. Like, they'll turn on their own in a heartbeat. And yeah, those are the people that virtue signal. They're the people that, you know, you say, oh, I'm a white enthusiast, which is clearly a fucking joke. Oh, I'm enthusiastic. I'm a white enthusiast. Like, you know, these are the same people. They will hear that as white supremacist. Not because they think that enthusiasm and supremacy mean the same thing. Simply because it's close enough and it's something they can attack you for. These are the same people that, yeah, that virtue signal, because that's what it's about. It's about getting one up on somebody, being more virtuous. This person, I found a dog whistle. I found an alt-right dog whistle. You know, I started this dog pile. Therefore, I'm the leader of the pack. The problem with that is, you know, it's a dog-eat-dog world. And, you know, got the right sound effect there, didn't I? Yeah, fuck you cunts. I'm winning. Yeah, so, you know what? Let's go back up to the point where it's, yeah, this cunt Billy Bragg. Now, I did look up this guy at the time. Should I pull up a picture of him? I think I've got a picture of him here. And let's just head over to that picture. Yeah, here we are. This is, oh, no. Sorry, that's that's Waleed Ali. Where have I got Billy Bragg on this? I know I have. Oh, here we go. Let's just turn him down a bit here. Now listen to this. When one voice rules the nation, like, he thinks he's talking about, like, you know, oh, I'm talking about, like, the monarchy, the patriarchy, man. I'm talking about all this stuff and, you know, the ruling class and shit. No. Like, I'm sure he meant that when he wrote it, and I'm sure all these people hear it that way, but the only reason conservatives are in power in the US, the only reason conservatives are in power here in Australia, and they're now in power in Britain, and they will soon be in power in Canada, is because this song now means the opposite. Like, we're at a point where fucking, like, hardcore leftists, people who are supposed to be, like, full-blown fucking progressives, we're now at a point where they're on the side of the tank at Tiananmen Square, not the fucking little Asian dude putting his hand up. He was moved out the way. He wasn't killed. Yeah, but they're on the side of the tank because the tank is the fucking government. The tank is fucking hate speech laws. The tank is, you know, you can't say this. The tank is fucking deplatforming. The tank is, yeah, it's taking away rights. It's big government and the little person saying no. The left have gone from the fucking little Asian to the tank. And it didn't take fucking long. As soon as they got a fucking sniff of power. Yeah, but this is true for everybody. I mean, I'm not ignoring fucking neocons or anything like that. Anyway, just listen to this and imagine he's singing about the left.
Just because they're top of the pile doesn't mean their vision is the clearest.
Fucking feminism. Fucking the LGBT, the fucking, the ABC, CNN, fucking, and I mean the Australian ABC, SBS, fucking Channel 10. just be like this small minority telling anyone who's not on board with whatever they say that they're fucking bigoted pieces of shit. Even though they go to work, they talk to their family, they talk to people, they go to pubs and that, and no one's ever called them a piece of shit. When they turn on their television, they're told everything about them is wrong. Silent majority. That's true across the board. That has no fucking left or right or bearing. That's just a straight up fact. So yeah, that doesn't change, no matter who he's talking about. That's just straight up true.
They must declare their interests, but not their company cars.
Yeah, look at fucking the cars, fucking the Greens drive. Not exactly fucking go-karts powered on wishful thinking. Yes, I stole that from The Simpsons.
Is there more to a seat in Parliament than sitting on your ass?
No.
And the best of all this bad bunch.
Yeah, you know what? That goes both ways.
Shouting to be heard above the sound of ideology clashing.
Yeah, which side is more ideological right now, do you think? Like, this, yeah, I get the sides of ideology clashing, but which ideology is clashing with the others the most? It's capitalism, man. It's all about capitalism, man. Now, capitalism allows for charity. Capitalism allows for social programs. It allows for what they're talking about, capitalism, communism. That allows for the state to have control over everything. That allows all these things they say about, like, Donald Trump not giving up his office. You know, he's going to, reign forever and he's going to take power, blah, blah, blah. Like, they have these fears because that's what happens under socialism. That's what happens under communism. They know that their plan is, once we get in power, we will never let go of it. We will riot, we will protest. Once we get hold of that power, we will do everything to maintain grip on it. And that should be very telling to people. We all have confidence that, that won't happen. That won't happen. People said the same thing in Germany at the, beginning of last century. That won't happen. Like, you can't just get democratically elected to a country. You can't just get democratic. I'm not going to try and do a German accent. I need to practice. I haven't done a podcast in so long. I was trying to do some accents earlier today, and yeah, I got to start practicing again. Because, yeah, I'm not confident enough to do it. Anyway, this is just a warm-up podcast. But yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, like Germany, the early last century, people would have thought, yeah, no one's going to get, yeah, okay, he's pushing socialism. Sure, but, let's elect him. Like, he gets elected. Things don't go well. It's only a few years. Next election, 4 years from now, we elect somebody else who's going to correct it. We can give this a shot. That's, the way democracy works. We can give things a shot. They're so convinced that Donald Trump's not going to give up power because they don't want to give up power. The fact that they lost power, it wasn't the unlosable, like Hillary didn't lose the unlosable or any of that shit. They just honestly thought they could bully their way into keeping it by telling everyone they're pieces of shit. And by strong-arming, that's what, that's why I left the left. Yeah, it was, 2016. Like, yeah, that's when I left the left. Because I'd make fun of Donald Trump. I thought he was funny when I was, on board with the left before I, went like libertarian. And I was on board with that. I was making jokes myself. And I stand by every joke I made. I stand by every joke I made about Lyle Shelton, the fucking head of the fucking Australian Christian lobby, who I still to this day consider a piece of shit. Yeah, and I'm not even, like, the guy's a fucking shyster. Yeah, he may as well, he's fucking Jewing people out of money left, right and centre. I apologise to all the Jewish people listening, but I wanted to use that word. Well, I already used shyster, so I might as well go with Jew. But you know what I mean. I don't mean like your everyday, hey, how's it going? Yeah, there's a reason the term Jewing people out of money exists. Yeah, stereotypes exist for a reason. I'm not talking about your average everyday Jew. But I am saying to them, come on, you know the ones I'm talking about. They're bad people in all fucking cultures, all religions, all races, all creeds. I'm getting way off on topic. Again, can't be the 7 1/4 beers. Seems like I should have drank more than... Is that even a quarter? Yeah. Well, that's definitely a quarter now. Yeah, anywho. Yeah, let's get back to this soy boy. Elderly soy boy.
Outside the patient millions, put them into power.
Yep. Look at the way he stood back on that. Put them into power. It's your fault, Trump voters. Even though he's doing this on the ABC. So he's in front of a literal physical audience that just will eat anything he fucking shits out. They will fucking tongue his ball-tanked and asshole until they fucking pass out from exhaustion. And that includes, that's everyone in his immediate physical vicinity. And then he's beaming it out to ABC viewers who all share the exact same fucking desire. So, yeah. Well done to look up in your fucking, look how prolific I am, eh? Oh, did you see that? He gave it a fucking wink. Here we go. Look at, he gives it a little wink. Expect a little. How's it going, Cobber? Yeah, see? I guarantee that was a fucking visually, obviously underage girl that he was winking at. Holy shit, this cunt loves himself. And look, right there, Q&A, ABC 1, like the fucking ABC logo is right there. And whoops, I hit the wrong fucking button. Anywho, and I fucking guarantee that if this is, like, I don't know, according to my little streamy thing here, I'm still having fucking troubles streaming on YouTube. But, according to this, yeah, that's happening. Anyway, like, I guarantee I will get flagged on YouTube for this shit. I had it with my old podcast when I tried putting I was experimenting with doing, like, video and that. I took shit from the ABC, making fun of, like, something the Greens said in the fucking, in Parliament and that, like, Order of the House or whatever they call it. And yeah, I got, like, a copyright strike by the ABC. Now, it's supposed to be for the people. I'm a fucking tax-paying Australian. I pay my, I'm contributing to the, like, the ABC is supposed to belong to everybody. It's supposed to be, your ABC, my ABC, our ABC, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, it's mainly their ABC, being, like, cunts like this on screen. Yeah, how can they flag me as an Australian citizen. Like, and I'm not talking about, like, you know, they, even though it's fucking everybody's money, they pay for and produce a show, and I'm just ripping that show. This was not that. This was like footage from fucking Parliament, where the politicians who, you know, again, I'm contributing money to, like, we all are, they're talking, and I put that footage up on my fucking, you know, YouTube channel of that, with me commentating and going, listen to this cunt. What the fuck is he talking about? You know, just, all I'm doing is commenting on something that's being said in Parliament. There's broadcast on the national public. Yeah, you get where I'm going with this. They flagged it for copyright. Why? Like, I got it from the ABC's YouTube, and, you know, I took a little section of it, and as it was playing, like I'm doing with this video right now, I was pausing and talking, and they flagged it, even though I helped pay for it, even though it's supposed to be public access, it's supposed to be publicly owned. Somehow, they can flag the shit on YouTube because they don't like your opinion of it. I guarantee if I had a positive opinion, if I was, yeah, you know where I'm going. Yeah, you get it. You know what? I'm going to find another video on the ABC. Yeah, you want virtue signaling? Why? Yeah, because that's the topic we fucking... Hang on. Whoa. My bad. Oh, here we go. Okay, I'm going to have to work on that. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Okay. Yeah, and then it's just fucking gratuitous, faggotous fucking guitar playing as he spends however fucking long going on and on about how, you know, we're all pieces of shit, and, you know, everything's fucking, I don't know. I have no idea what I'm saying. I was playing around with buttons. I've got to get better at that. I got to set things up where I can see it more, and yeah. Anyway, I'm going to get better at... Anyways, yeah, I was speaking of fucking virtue signaling fucking... Yeah, virtue signaling fucking horse shit. Check this out. This is from also the ABC.
It might have something to do with a little thing called privilege.
What's this? It's the privilege bridge. What's that? It's a metaphor for explaining how some people have advantages and opportunities granted to them just because how they were born.
That is the correct look. That, you know what? That sums up exactly how I feel like right now. After what was just said. Yeah. This, again, see that next to her shoulder there? On the right-hand side of her? And, you know, that's your right, not her right. Anyway, her right, yeah. Stage right. That is the signal of the ABC, Australian Broadcasting, either corporation or something. Compound. I want to say corporation, but it just sounds weird to call something that's like government funded and all that shit a corporation. I'm trying to think what else it would be. Anyway, who cares? That is the public... Nobody knows what it's called. Seriously. That's how... Because this is the... Yeah, that's how unimportant it is. It's important because we're all paying for it, yet it's catered to only fucking... Yeah, they're putting this shit out about the privilege bridge. Yeah, point of... Yeah, that was something else I was going to look up. The fucking socialist convention they had in the US, where it's like, instead of saying, oh, excuse me, and putting your hand up, saying, yeah, excuse me, I have a question. Yeah, hello, I have a question. Instead of saying anything like that, point of privilege, That's how they start a conversation. Point of privilege. Because you're asking for a turn to talk, you have been granted a privilege. Yeah, that might technically be true if you think about it or like that way, but just say, hey, I have a question. Excuse me? Like, what's wrong with excuse me? Why say point of privilege? Unless you're trying to make people feel guilty for questioning shit. That's what it has to be. And that's what this is as well. This is like making, let's go back to the start. And it's pure feminist propaganda as well. It should be obvious by now, if it isn't. Yeah, you're listening to the wrong podcast. Or perhaps the right one. Mm-hmm.
Well, that sucks. Why do people even do that?
It might have something to do with a little thing called privilege.
What's this? It's the privilege bridge. What's that? It's a metaphor for explaining how some people have advantages and opportunities granted to them just because how they were born.
Whoa, that's a lot to take in.
I know. So let's begin.
All right, I think I could sum up everything she just said and also everything she and the other fucking dyke are going to say. And the fucking, oh God. Yeah, everything they're going to say, I think could be summed up by Dustin Hoffman in the movie Hook.
He took my toy. She hit my bell. I want a potty. I want a cookie. I want to stay up. I want me. Mine. Now.
Yeah, that's also every Green's policy. Let's continue.
Here are two people trying to cross this stream. It's a raging rapid called the River of Dreams.
Okay, so how did they get across?
Good question. Let's start with Ross. Ross is a male and he's straight and wealthy. He's in his mid-40s and he's rather healthy. He's white and was born in a peaceful nation, so Ross gets to use teleportation.
How about this? Ross is a boss because he worked really hard. That chick, yeah, you're an art student because you smoke on the shards. Yeah. I stand by that being better than any of this dribble. Instantly, I'm fucking vindicated. Thank you.
Whoa, that was super easy. Yup, now let's take a look at Stevie's.
Yeah, no, it's not super easy. Accumulating the money, getting a passport, going through all the... it's a lengthy process to migrate to another country. It takes time. It has to be done properly. It wasn't super fucking easy. If it was super fucking easy, they'd all be doing it.
She is a refugee, born in a country that she had to flee. She doesn't speak English and she's not well off, so Stevie has to swim and now she's got a cough.
Why does she have to cough? She doesn't have to swim. She could go through the same fucking legal channels. You fat fucking legged dyke.
Hey, I mean, that's not fair. How come...
What do you mean it's not fair? How is it... How is it...
Excuse me, it's ma'am.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, but how is it not fair? One guy worked hard, like, oh, he's middle-aged. Yeah, that's what they say. He's middle-aged and blah, blah, blah. And then they make the chick young. It's like, yeah, he's had more time to sort his shit out. That's like... So what you're saying is a person who's worked a day deserves all the respect, all the benefits society can offer as a person who's worked 40 years. That's not fair. Yeah, because this propaganda horse shit. And this is like ABC. This is like, it's deliberately, it's for kids. This is horse shit to push on kids. That's why it's so fucking... that's the thing about progressives. Since the fucking 80s and 90s, they've always been flipping the chair backwards and fucking saying, hey, let's just rap. You fucking idiots. Yeah, but one person has had more time to get this shit together than the other. There's nothing unfair about it. Nobody gets to choose when, where, or what race they were born. So yeah, it is fair. You fucking idiot.
got a free ride there. Privilege. He was
Didn't get a free ride there. He paid for it. You literally had fucking dollar signs up, like 8-bit fucking dollar signs up in his thing. And in hers, you had dirt piles or some shit. Camels.
born with advantage.
You know what's sad? This chick's actually pretty. And she's done that to herself, and she's got fat, like, she's got child, like, yeah, he could have made a really good mother and wife, but, you know, congratulations on your choice. I guarantee as soon as she gets close to 30, she will completely fucking change.
Gifts that his life was granted. He might not even think about his inbuilt perks, but that's just the way that privilege works.
What inbuilt perks? The only way you can honestly believe that one person trying to go from one country to another has inbuilt perks because of the color of their skin or their race, because they didn't mention anything about the places they came from. They both come from... Let's go back on this. Right. They're both coming from the same... Look, they're both coming from the same place. And they've deliberately got the white... Yeah, but they've got white, bald, like middle-aged... Like, they're both coming from the exact same place. One person is, let's say, twice the age of the other, therefore worked twice as long, therefore accumulated twice as much, you know, wealth. We'll call it that. Income, whatever. Yeah, it's wealth. I'm talking like there's going to be a fucking leftist listening, and I need to fucking, you know, try and find a better word than wealth, because that's a dirty word to them. Anywho, he's accumulated more because he's had twice as much time to do so. If she works equally as hard and, you know, and does equally as well, like, you know, as he does over the same amount of time, she will be in the exact same position that he is when she is that age, after the same amount of time has passed. There's no fucking privilege right there. She's trying to jump ahead. Like this, look. Yeah, because they want to teach kids that that's how fucking white people travel between countries. They want to act like getting on a plane is a privileged, you know, form of teleportation. That when they get on a plane to go on a holiday with their parents, their father didn't work his ass off to be able to be in that position to not only afford to have themselves, but to also be able to take them on a holiday. No. It's because their dad's white. And that makes him wrong. And they're teleporting. And it's not fair that people whose fathers either walk away from them, run out on them, or don't even bother to provide for them in any meaningful way other than, you know, what the government provides, that they shouldn't be able to have all the same luxuries that you have. This is the shit that kids are being fed. Hey, you don't have a good life because your parents genuinely care about you and work hard to make sure you do. You have a good life because your dad's white. Fuck off. And that is the horse shit. How long have I been going for? Because I've been live for a while, but been recording for... it's been 2 hours, and yeah, I think 2 hours is a good length for a live podcast. And yeah, this was the first episode, the test episode. Yeah, I'm gonna do this again tomorrow, same bat time. Yeah, same bat channel.
Allah Akbar! Allah Akbar!
That's how the culture wars end. Laser beams. Whoever gets to that first will win all this shit. Anywho, yeah, I probably shouldn't end it on that fucking dire image of two reasonably pretty girls who could have done anything, been anything with their lives. I mean, the amount of fucking wealth they could have right now, just by fucking finding the right man. That's a damn shame. It is a goddamn shame. Anywho, yeah, so find me on, on Twitter at HideFromFire1 or at Adam Trent Sage. You can find me on Twitter. Or, yeah, as you can see on the screen right now, at HideFromFire. On Minds, Instagram, and Gab. And, yeah, I am trying to use them more. I'm trying to get away from my phone. Well, my phone, I'll just do will be the Instagram. But yeah, I am trying to get away from my phone a bit. And yeah. So yeah, the fact that fucking Android and fucking Apple won't touch fucking Gab actually works in the benefit of people who, want to kind of still use social media, but, get away from the whole addictiveness of it being on their smartphone. Like, because, I abandoned Facebook long fucking ago. But yeah, Twitter is quite addictive. So if I start using Gab more, I've got to be home on my, because there's no app, and I could go to the website and log in. Yeah, I'm sure they've got it working for mobiles and that, and I could look at it through a browser on my phone, but I really don't want to do that. That's just like half the reason. Well, half the reason. Yeah, that these apps on your phone, these applications are so addictive, is because they're like separate applications for each one, and you just click the fucking logo and it loads up. When you actually have to fucking Gab, because they won't use it because they give if I was a full-blown Nazi, I'd still be allowed to post shit on Gab because they're complete freedom of speech, which is great because I've yet to be bothered by actual Nazis on there. I'm sure if I searched Nazi stuff, I could find it. I'm not into Nazis, so... Well, unless it's like a World War II documentary, then I'm interested. But as far as modern-day neo-Nazis, God, is there anything fucking gay? Yeah, so... No, but the thing is... What was I going? Yeah, the thing is, Gab, they won't allow on fucking, your phones and that. Yeah, and I know there are computer people going, oh, actually, if you do this and you get this iPad, and then you fucking hack your phone, yeah, I don't care. The fact that I just can't go on the fucking, App Store, the Play Store, and download the fucking app for Gab is the reason I don't use it that much, and I'm going to start using it a lot more. I have been using it a lot more on the other days, because I want to get away from my phone. So, I want to try and start, with the exception of Instagram, because, that'll just be for sharing pictures or whatever. Yeah, but with the exception of, Instagram, which I'd really post to more than actually read anything. Anywho, I just want to get away from my phone a bit, and Gab. Yeah, it's funny, by banning it from, by Apple and that banning it, they've actually made it better and more interesting, because you got to be sitting down, and you've at least got to have your fucking laptop on you. You got to be somewhere sitting down in front of an actual computer, not a phone. Not a phone that, computer that is a phone. Well, you get what I'm saying. Anyway, I've rambled on for way too long for what should have been me saying. Yeah, follow me on, Minds, which I haven't quite worked out yet, but I am using. So I'll work it out anyway. Yeah, so Minds, Instagram, and Gab at HideFromFire, or at Adam Trent Sage on, Twitter, and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, there's no Facebook. Anywho, I'm rambling. I'll see you next time. God, what did I used to say at the end of a podcast? Boys? That is what I said, wasn't it? Yay.